What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of The Long Dark. My name is Splattercat. Very, very happy to have you here today as we chillax for a little while and take a look at some of the random tasks that need to be done before we leave this locality. We've got a lot of food and we've got a lot of stuff here. I was thinking that the plan would be that we would probably bed down here. I don't know if there's a way. I've got to investigate first and foremost because I don't know if there's actually a way out of this map. That's the big question that I have for right now. Is that if I want to leave this map, can I do it from here? Because I know you can get out of the dam into like a little desolation point type area. And so I'd like to check that out and get a feel for it. But for right now, we've got a whole bunch of inventory management and random stuff to do. And so it sounds like it's going to be boring, but I think it'll be okay because I'm going to be explaining what I'm doing all the way through and just kind of talking about my rationale as I work on things. For right now, there is our food supply. In real life, that would not seem like much, but in game, this is actually quite a lot. The sodas themselves, I mean, we got a lot of grapes, so I don't think that's too bad. We only got one lemon lime. A bunch of orange soda and grape soda, though. Oh, we got two lemon limes. There's one over there. I'm not a big fan of lemon lime anyways, so actually that's probably for the best. I love orange soda and grape soda, though, so that'll work. Somebody told me one time you could tell what somebody's socioeconomic status was by looking at what type of jam they eat, and this is for the United States, obviously, by what type of jam they eat, grape versus strawberry, and also by what type of soda they drink, whether it's cola versus like orange and grape soda. And they actually did this pretty interesting little talk about how you can just kind of like eyeball and take a rough guess about how rich somebody is or how poor somebody is by a couple of things in their cupboard, essentially. I'm like, well, you know, tell that anyways. Is there a lot in the cupboard or is there a little in the cupboard? I mean, I don't know. Some people are outliers. Like, I'm not insanely poor, but I'm not, like, rich either. My cupboards are always empty, though, so some people might get the impression that I'm poor if they went through my cupboards because I don't really buy food. Like, I usually go to the supermarket every night. I walk down, there's a supermarket right next door to my house, and so there's, like, a little bodega down there where there's, like, an Indian food restaurant. There's a little smoke shop, like, head shop that I go to all the time. And then there's also... something is off here. Something is off here and I can't decide what it is. Anyways, usually I'll do my rounds. I'll go to the smoke shop, I'll pick up my gerooms, and then from there we'll probably go and like, I don't know, go to the supermarket. I might grab like a little bit of beef, maybe like some noodles or something, and then just like whip it up when I get home. Or usually I just buy I enjoy walking places, and so a lot of times I just buy just enough stuff to get me through like the day, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's an odd habit, but I've done it since forever, and so I don't really think about it anymore. I should probably repair this. It would probably be a smart idea. It's going to repair it by 30% if I do that. It does take a lot of materials, but let's give it a go. I don't know if we'll last 45 minutes without blacking out from being too tired. I think we can get it done. We just kind of got to give it a go. This is obviously using up my cloth, isn't it? Do I lose the cloth if this bit's messed up? Failing with 87%. We've had a lot of weird failures in this playthrough. Like, a lot of weird failures. I don't have to tell you, but we've had some... Oh, man, I shouldn't have done that. I just wasted a whole bunch of lantern fuel. So the next thing I needed is we actually needed to deploy this little guy over here, and we're not going to move him around much once he's been deployed. Like, that's perfectly fine. I see no reason. We've got 4 hours of daylight left. Rest for 2 hours. That's all that I want. If you rest for 2 hours, that should be enough to get us back up and running so that we can, like, break down a crate or two and then bring it back down here. We'll light a fire, and that'll allow us to do a little bit of light crafting before we move on to anything else. So for right now, how high? 2 hours got me to tired. I mean, that's exactly what happens when I take naps. I'm just kind of like, meh. I'll probably harvest as much of this stuff as I can because we do have a lot of repairs that we need to run. I would like to rip. I think the heavy wool sweater is going to end up being better than what we have, and so I'm going to tear that up last. I don't want to wear you. I want to destroy you. I don't want to wear you. I just want to tear you, so how dare you. I don't want to repair you. Nope. Harvest. There we go. I'm having such a hard time with simple tasks today. I think it's because I'm addle-brained. I'm addle-brained today. I think it's going to affect my... It's probably going to negatively affect my commentary as well. It happens from time to time. It's not something that particularly makes me happy, but what are you going to do? Tear apart some shoes. That'll take 1 hour and 5. We'll get some leather out of it, though, which is the really big thing. And then so leather is actually sort of hard to come by in this game. I'll light a match real quick, not because I farted or anything, but because we're peckish. I'll probably let that go for 5 hours. I'm hoping that the breakdown of this bag is not related to each time. I'm hoping it's related to how many hours you slept in it and not to each activation, essentially. It's only given +3 Celsius anyways, which is just barely getting us over the warmness hump. I didn't think about that, so we do have issues to think about here. We're going to be out of water pretty soon, too. And so I think each day we're drinking about 1.5 liters. It's in there somewhere. And so once we get that done, I probably would like to repair these shoes. We got like, what, 88% chance. It's almost not worth it to waste it just on normal shoes, because normal shoes suck in this game. You're actually trying to find some boots or something like that. Still, let me eat some crackers real fast because our caloric intake's looking a little bit iffy. Does that actually negatively affect your hydration? It should, because there's a lot of sodium in there. But a lot of people don't think about the fact that you need sodium. Like sodium, people always talk about it as though it dehydrates you, but at the same time, your body needs sodium for like a lot of random stuff. It needs salt anyways. Especially iodized salt would help out a little bit. A tin of coffee. I think we've actually just about torn up everything else though. Yeah, so I think it's sleepy till morning time. Go ahead and give me 6 hours right there. That should get our energy back up to tip-top. Once that's taken care of, I'm trying to decide how I want to run back to base on the next day and grab all the stuff from our house. I don't think I want to film like 30 episodes of me like dragging stuff in and out. I thought our axe had a red handle for once. I was like, that's a little bit odd. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. All right. So, we are fully rested, we're a little bit hungry, and a little bit thirsty. This sounds like just the job for some sodas. So let's go ahead and shovel those on down. You might want to use these sooner rather than later, because if you look at their status right there, they do degrade over time. Not by much. Like, they aren't degrading so fast that you're like, oh my god, howsoever shall I keep myself in stock of food? It's not like that, but they do degrade, so just think about that while you're working on plans and whatnot. Go ahead and light this bastard up. We're going to go back upstairs. I'm going to break down a couple of crates today so that I have a wood supply. We'll probably go back outside and try and hunt something as well. Seems like a decent plan to me. But for right now, I actually wanted to consolidate the wood supply in here. So I'd like to take... I don't have a tool. Do I need a hatchet? I could use a pry bar to do that too. I mean... Seems like you're kind of forcibly being obtuse right now. Alright, let's go back down. I probably shouldn't run downstairs, although I will say that these are the shallowest stairs I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. I like my stairs to have a little bit of gumption. I like them to be dedicated to the task of my own elevation. Like, I like it when stairs are tall. They're better that way. There. Now we've got a hatchet. I don't think I can break any of this stuff down. I don't recall there being any crates around here. We're going to break down some crates. We got plenty of food to last till Kingdom Come. The sheer amount of MREs we have laying around is actually kind of mind-boggling. We'll probably spend a couple of days here just making sure that it's a very, very comfy little home for us to live inside of. Since last time, I always use the ski lodge. This time I want to do something a little bit different. Once we have that done, I'm going to go out the door that'll take us to Desolation Point or whatever it is. We'll have a look around out there, because the last time I went there, I wasn't really paying attention super well, and so I don't remember it at all. We've got 30 minutes with a hatchet. Go ahead and break that down. Essentially, I just want to whack all this stuff if I can make it happen. Looks like our thirst has dropped down slightly. We're a little bit peckish right now. That's okay. I can be a little bit peckish. I don't mind taking on the visage of a chicken right now, pecking around. Chickens are dicks, by the way. I don't like chickens. Chickens are assholes. I got a few more crates over here. That one's going to take 45 minutes. It's okay, though. Sometimes you got to do manual labor to get this stuff done. It is what it is. If we get hungry, oh well. I want this all to be finished by the end of the day. Light up this, and we'll see what we have here. Probably a pretty good stack. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Go ahead and grab all this reclaimed wood. Obviously, this isn't the best fire source that we could have, but it's something. How many of those am I carrying right now? More than enough. Probably spend my time. We're a little bit hungry. Should be good, though. Let me go ahead and take that. And 125 calories won't hurt us right there. Another 150 probably won't hurt us right there. Good, good, good. Let's get our lantern back out. Look at the wooden fruits of our labors. I mean, realistically, I always wish that there was a fire barrel up here so that I could camp in this room. Because this room seems to be a little bit warmer a lot of the time. But I just don't like relish the thought of having to run down there to my fire all the time whenever I want to do like random little tasks. And so I don't tend to use it. Let's see here. Do I have any food on me? It's all downstairs. Okay. I think we hit just about everything, so we should be in really, really good shape for right now. I mean, that's probably going to be a function of us starving for the last 20 days or so. What day are we on right now? 10 days? Okay, so we're not that far in. I'm overestimating my survival skills. Still, it'd be great if we could get a light source in here. Kill that off real quick. I wish you could also prime the fire barrel with more and more wood, and then you could just kind of use it as much as you wanted. We have 30 bits of wood right there, which I actually kind of want to see what that looks like in a stack. No, I wanted to light a match here. That's a really good wood pile. Okay. We've got a bunch of curation happening over here. The choice at this point, I will probably go in on one of these busted-ass MREs. Normally, I don't use these kind of haphazardly, but for right now, I'm just trying to save time because we're on camera. So I'm trying to kill off as many calories as I can before we go do anything else. I'll probably leave a large majority of our random stuff in here, so that once we get down to it, I actually need to repair a couple things in here too. So that's 0.9. What is our thin wool sweater doing right now? Yeah, so if I repair this, I think it's going to be a lot better. Let's go ahead and repair it real fast. Got a 88% chance of success, so hopefully we pulled that one out and we don't get XCOM'd here. There you go. So that'll get it on up. And yeah, it's going to be a lot better, in fact. It's going to give us 0.4 more resistance to the cold, which means that I can actually get rid of this. I'll probably hold on to it just in case. These guys right here don't hold in heat very well anyways, so I'm not going to worry too heavily. In repairing this guy, it takes 3 cloth, 25%. We get a perfect repair right now. But that's okay. I don't have to have it. We can go repair on this side, though, for 28%. Keep those blue jeans rocking. So there it is. We're ready to go to the Bon Jovi concert or whatever the hell it is that we're going to be doing. With this bedroll, yeah, it looks like it degrades every single time that you sleep on it. And so that right there is going to be a pretty good argument for why I should take this all back to a location that actually has beds in it. I don't like that degradation, considering I have a sleeping bag from the 70s that I still use that's actually in perfect condition. But I would actually say they should probably remove that. Bedrolls should just be transferable beds. I don't think I've ever seen, like, tangible wear and tear, and believe me, I do a lot of outdoorsy shit. I don't think I've ever seen any real wear and tear on a sleeping bag before. I mean, you have to be pretty rough on it. Most of those things are more or less built to last. Go ahead and harvest off of this little guy right here. It has adorable reindeer on the front, but at the moment I can't be convinced to hold on to something simply based on its adorable nature. And so it's best for us right now to actually wait this out and only sleep when we absolutely have to, and to sleep for as long as possible every single time that we do it. Got a little bit of water right there taken care of. If we wanted to bring everything over to here with us, I'm kind of rethinking it now that the bedroll isn't working very well, though. Kind of rethinking it. I may try to hike all this stuff back. Or I may leave it here with the express intent of hiking it into the next zone and moving everything. There's a trailer inside the next zone. Not the next zone, but the next zone after the next zone. So 2 zones away, there's a trailer right when you first get in there. And you should be able to do something with it. But constantly throwing materials at this sleeping bag so that I can force myself to live away from home is probably not going to work as a long-term tactic, because we're going through a lot of cloth right now just fixing that damn thing. So anyways, let's consider I'm going to go all in right now, and I'm going to use a book to light this thing on up, because we don't have much of a choice. I'm going to try and get some water made. I'm going to try and boil off all of our coffee and all of our herbal tea as well, so that we have lots of supplementary beverages, like things that will raise our energy and stuff like that when we're tired. I would bring a ton of coffee every single time you hike something into the next zone, because it allows you to increase your energy meter, which is going to be a big issue for you. You can carry basically any amount of weight in this game as long as you can keep your energy bar full, and the coffee is going to be our super secret technique for getting that to work. Fire barrel is good to go. We've got 5 of those right here. Let's go ahead and get that going. I should probably melt off some snow as well. We've got enough time. I think we'll be able to get some stuff done here. We'll add a little bit more. 10 of coffee. Let's go ahead and brew that on up. I know some people salivating right now. Can't live without it. I'm not a coffee drinker. Never have been. Don't think that I ever will be. How many cups of coffee can you make, out of curiosity? Interesting. Does that cost me water, though, every time I do this? Like, I don't know. It looks like it does. It looks like it boils off, or it takes a little bit of our water each time that I do it. I'm going to go in for 5 hours of melt real quick. I'm sorry, 5 liters of melt. That's going to take us a bit of time. Let me throw 2 more wood on the fire real quick. And then we're going to do our best. Let me drink the remainder of what we have available so that we don't die of thirst while working here. I wonder what the difference between boil water and purify water is. Oh, never mind, boil water. I don't know why I keep wondering about that. It's so odd. It's because the purify water tablets thing is right here, whereas the purify water tablets thing used to be in your inventory. And so it weirds me out when I see it in here. Every single time, I'm just like, what the hell is that? Put that on that side. Good. We got 5 more liters of water. I'd say it'd sort of be a shame if we didn't use all this. So I'm going to go for it and see what I can get out here. There we go. And obviously we're going to be really, really, really overweight. But we can drop the water that we don't need for right now. We're a little bit tired. I'm going to hold on to the cups of coffee. I'll show you what they do in the future. But for right now, I think it's just about Betty Bye time. So, let me find a match here. Sort of burrow around and see what I can find. We got more MREs and energy bars than I know what to do with. Let's go ahead and weigh ourselves down with candy bars and whatnot, and I'll eat these while we're here. Don't really care too much. I mean, we can actually push forward sustainability for quite some time. A lot of people like to sit on top of this stuff and just like save it forever. I just kind of eat it as I need it when I'm not in a location where I can do any sort of fishing or hunting or anything like that. Alright, so the fire's still up and running. It is bedroll time. Is everything filled up? I was going to say I almost slept for 8 hours. That would have been bad. That would have been really, really bad. Alright, so let's get some water right here. That means that most of our meters are full. I'm going to go in for a full 10 maybe. We'll see what happens if this kills me. I've never slept for 10 before. I'm going to try it though. Oh, you can sleep for like 10. Okay, so that's good. I never even realized you could sleep for that long. I learned a thing today. We probably burned through a lot of calories doing it, though. Oh, we didn't burn through that much. Yeah, every single time we use it, its warmth durability's going down. Got an hour of darkness left. Oh, shit, I would have gone for 11 hours had I known. Had I known. Alright, so we're back up to the daylight hours. That means that while we've got a little bit of illumination, we need to be very, very productive here. We've got things that we need. Cups of coffee, you can heat those up, by the way. It doesn't really matter. You can do it if you want to. And a candy bar, chocolate and nuts. I actually really, really like anything with almonds or anything like that. And although I've been trying to lean off of it because I don't believe in almonds anymore. Living in California, I'm sure you can extrapolate the reasons why. Essentially, a huge amount of our state's infrastructure goes to growing dumb shit like almonds that aren't supposed to grow here, and that's one of the reasons why we have such a horrible drought. And so anyways, I don't eat tuna and like certain fish for the same reason, because there's no way to verify that they're actually being sustainably fished. Because a lot of countries will allow various companies and corporations and things like that to bribe their exports, essentially, so that on the stamp it'll say, oh, the country certified that it was sustainably fished, when in fact it was not. And so it's too difficult to tell, and so I abstain. I actually like tuna, and I like fish occasionally from time to time, but in general, as I caught it myself, I normally don't consume much of it from the supermarket because you can't really tell where the origins come from. Now, we can go out of this door right here, I think. That takes us to Winding River. Yeah. However, there's no, as you can tell right here, be careful the first time you come out here. The door closes behind you and you can't get back in. And so there will be some risky business involved in some of these trespasses out here. I've actually never taken a look to see what's out here, so I'm going to drop that off real fast. It's only -9, so it's not going to be too terrible. We should have a little bit of time to play around with it. Looks like mostly we've just got pallet storage and a big old wood supply back up in here. We can reclaim a lot of it. Some scrap metal. Generally, it just looks like they're using this area to dump off a lot of their stuff. Looks like there's a little path over that way that I've never investigated before. So maybe I'll have a look at that in just a minute. Don't see anything too useful on this side. I'm hoping there's nothing antagonistic out here that wants to take me out. Got planks. Man, the wood supply out here is like unreal. If only there was beds around here. Like, that's the biggest thing. Is like, if only there was a bed here, we would have... This place would be stacked. Like, we'd be ready to go. You can fall off of this, by the way, so be careful. I don't think I've ever actually, like, been out here long term. Let's go have a look and see what's down this way. We might find something. I'm assuming there's a dead body over there because I'm seeing some carrion just kind of floating around. Sorry, the carrion buzzards floating around. It was creepy the other day when I went on my run. There was like 900 buzzards in a tree. You could smell the stink of something dead, too. My girlfriend didn't smell it. She was on my walk with me. Did I say run? I meant walk. I go for a walk every night after my run. So, ooh, there's a little bit of food over there. I'll accept that. I don't know if there's anything like super useful out here, but I've never seen this map before. And for me, that makes it new content, which makes it interesting enough from my perspective. There's a wolf out there. How's our cold looking? It's looking okay. It wouldn't be the worst plan to shoot him. I don't even know if he can get up here, though. Sometimes the wolves have trouble and they get stuck. Then again, sometimes they glitch out man mode style. I'm gonna drop him real quick. Is there another one? Can't imagine that there would be, but there might be. Alright, well, we got the ammo. It looks like he killed something out there, too, so it might be worth taking a look at. This is going to eat up some time. An hour and 27. Let's do that last. Go ahead and throw another round in the good old magazine, too. Does the Enfield use a magazine or a clip? Anybody know? I figure somebody out there in the audience has some kind of insight. There's a difference between a magazine and a clip. A clip apparently just kind of like holds the bullets together so you can like reload faster or something like that, whereas a magazine actually has like a spring mechanism in it or something like that. I'm probably saying the information wrong. Actually, yeah, we got a rabbit out here. No, never mind. Looks like there ain't nothing left for us to partake in. Worst case scenario is we leave the kill over there and we come back for it the next day. It'll make the acquisition of its parts a little bit more difficult, but for right now, I've never actually taken a look at this over here. If you want to get back inside the dam, there's a door over there that lets you get back inside, by the way. I damn near panicked the first time I came out this way. I've seen this map before, so earlier I said that I'd never seen this map before. I've never come down that trail and seen this area. I just went right back inside when I came out because I panicked because I thought I got locked out and I thought I was going to freeze to death. I didn't have like a bedroll or anything else with me either. Should probably check up and underneath this for any like refuse or anything, but I don't see anything. Looks like it's mostly worthless. know where those. I think those logs must have washed down river, maybe, and then came through the sluice. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how those big ass logs got here. There's a logging camp on the other side of the dam. A little bit of food on this side, and I've never been one to turn it down. It looks like this area actually might be fantastic for harvesting medicinal stuff. Got that right there, and also for grabbing random herbage. Seems like kind of the village garden over here. But we're just about out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really, really love this game. It's always a blast when I get to record it, and so I'm hoping you guys are having fun with it too. It always amplifies my enjoyment when other people enjoy it as well. I know that sounds like kind of a weird thing to say, but I very much like having... Oh, we're chilled right now. At the bare minimum, I think we're going to have to go inside and... It's either that or make a fire. It's one or the other. We can make a fire out here to warm ourselves up while we work. Or B, we got to run back inside. I think I might try the fire idea. My name is Splattercat. See y'all next time. How do everybody?